Hi guys, this video is going to show you how I go from these nails, which is a 5-week growth roughly, to these nails. Freshly manicured BIAB nails, very natural looking square nail. This video will only be the application of the product. I have 2 other videos on my channel that show you my machine manicure as well, but I wanted to keep this video short and sweet, so enjoy! I start off with base coat application. I apply the base coat pretty straightforward and cure it for 60 seconds. Base coat is not necessary with this product, but I find that it helps the product last longer on me. After base coat application, I start with product application. I start off with wetting layer. This wetting layer is just a very thin layer of BIAB. I apply a wetting layer because it helps level out the product a little bit easier. Be careful with where you apply your wetting layer because it will guide the product on your nail. So when you apply, for instance, the wetting layer up to your cuticle, then that's where the product will flow. So after applying a wetting layer, I take a little bit of product and spread it all over my nail. I apply it first in the middle of the nail and then push it towards my cuticle and spread it till the edge of the nail. Then I take my liner brush and I level out the sidewalls, so I spread the product there a little bit. Then I turn my hand over into a 45-degree angle, and this will help level out the product because it will just be gravity doing its job. After turning it around, I often go in again with my brush and help level out the product a bit more. You will see me a little bit struggling with this nail. It was very hot, or it is still very hot where I live, and the product was very runny, so it ran a little bit too much into my sidewalls and it spread a little bit too easy over my nails. So I also struggle sometimes with the application, especially on myself. But that's what you can see here, is sometimes a lot of going in with your brush, taking out of the sidewalls, because if you leave it there in the sidewalls, it will be a reason for lifting. So try to go for a very clean application. After my nail is kind of leveled, I check it with the lights to see if there are any dents. If there are any dents, then I go in with my liner brush again. That's what you see me doing here, to make sure that it's just a perfect level nail. If it's perfectly level, then I flash cure it for roughly 15 seconds in my LED light before moving on to the product application on my next nail. On the other nails, just the same process, wetting layer, taking a bead of product, spreading it on your nail, using your liner brush to the sidewalls, turn it around, turn it back over, see if there were any dents, and use your liner brush to correct. After product application, I move into top coat application. Top coat application is pretty straightforward, but you just apply it all over your nail, and then you kind of float the product or float the brush to level it out. You can also use your liner brush to help guide the product to fix any dents, to apply a little bit more top coat where needed. You can turn your hand upside down to help level out the product, and similar as with the product application, look and use the light to see if there are any dents that needs to be fixed. If there are no dents, then you have a perfect level nail. After product application, I move into finish filing, the free edge. With the finish filing, you achieve two things. You create a much cleaner shape, and you prevent lifting because it strengthens the free edge. It makes the product a little bit more thick there, so that prevents lifting in the long run. This was the video of how I apply Builder in a Bottle or BIAB by the gel bottle on myself. I hope it was a little bit clear. If there was anything unclear or you have questions, leave them down below. If you have any suggestions for other videos or things you would like to see, you can also leave them down below. But for now, thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye!